Hi students, how are you? I hope you can hear me and see me okay as we end week 3. Um, your discussions are quite engaging and rich this week on the whole involved topic of faculty careers, preparation, reward systems. I'm going to comment on those in a minute. First, a reminder that your first writing paper is due on Sunday, October 5th. It's worth 15 points. Look it over carefully, follow instructions, contact me if you have any questions. The rubric is to be judged in 3 categories, which are quite clear. The form, 3 points, the content, 7, and the writing, 5. Okay? Um, no grading of discussion board per se in week 4 because I'm grading your paper, but I do ask you to take a section of your paper, the abstract, and post it in the discussion and to comment on the abstracts of fellow students, of 2 fellow students. Okay? It's a short paper, but it's an important one, 15 points. So this week's discussion board, I really liked, of course, the readings, largely by Schuster and Finkelstein, were just really rich with data and observations. I'm going to start with Glenn and a comment that he made to Michael, where many have said that the higher education establishment tends to be very liberal. I have to say I concur with that. My own political awakening in the 1960s did move me along in that direction, but there were other voices to be heard. Um, and he makes the observations that he feels the conservative professors sometimes have sour grapes. Well, things have changed a lot since then, and the reality is that we as academics do need to be sure that, as he comments, Glenn comments to Michael, that there's a variety of opinions always available because it should be a forum for an expression of viewpoints. But yes, it's true there is somewhat of a more liberal, wider view of issues of the world in higher education. Christina complimented Schuster and Finkelstein on their a great analysis of the benefits and rewards and pay structures and the gap between faculty salaries and other professionals and how it's widening. It's certainly very true. David brought up the issue of accreditation, which is big, huge, and the whole issue of they should not be, at least in NIAS, not an undue dependence on part-time faculty. As a person who's been on 11 accreditation teams, 8 for NIASC, I can say that that's an issue that they watch, particularly in the newer schools, which may have only 15 full-time faculty but 100 part-time faculty. So there's certainly some watchdog activity taking place there, and it's important that it be done so. Michael talked about his view that full-time faculty will be leaving higher education in waves. I'm not so sure, Michael. You might be right, but certainly in the economic climates that we're facing now, and people who put many years into their preparation to be academics are unlikely to leave soon. It's true that in the high demand STEM fields, engineering, science, mathematics, those who start an academic path may be tempted by very lucrative offers from the corporate sector. That's true in any field. Okay? Um, Stephen, in a comment to Christina, talked about the lack of participation of female faculties in receiving scholarships and grants and non-loan assistance to their institutions. That's certainly another example of the continuing issues of discrepancy in reward systems. And I'm going to stop with Sumana, who believes that nothing is likely to change because of the high influence of market forces, and certainly you're correct upon that. So I just want to compliment you. I'm liking, though I haven't graded them yet, your responses in the primary post, but in particular, I am liking your comments to each other. You're staying in the materials, you're engaged with each other, and it's very fruitful to see. And this will help you as you go along with your papers. Okay? So we move on to week 4, when the paper is due, the end of next week, week from today. You're doing well. If you have any questions about the paper that you think is specific to you, please email me. If you think it's general, put it in the water cooler or ask your instructor. Okay? That's the end of my observations week 3. Thank you.